Test, 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 test. Can you turn me up just a bit in my ears? Test, 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 test. A little more. Yep. Yep. That's good. Thank you. This stuff is all freaking.
Niner parade here in beautiful downtown Guthrie. We got some weather conditions. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Phil Nichols, Brittany Timmons, Chamber CEO of the Guthrie Chamber. I'm Chris Evans. We're set for the 96th edition of the parade here, and got some weather today, but here we are. Still got a good crowd, and we appreciate everyone checking us out at home as well.
It's parade's going to go on.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what the weather's like, and we're all starting to fill in, getting more and more people coming in. So I think they just waited till the very last second, but they've really filled up here in the last few minutes. Got another great parade planned for everybody.
Yeah, and it rained just moments ago from when we went on the air, but it's now cleared the entire way. So I think we'll be okay the rest of the way. And to be honest with you, I think I would take this year's weather compared to last year. It was so windy.
We were freezing.
Yeah.
Right, we'll take it.
Well, I was on vacation last year.
You were on vacation.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you back, Phil.
Whatever.
The two things to remember with the 89er parade, it always starts at high noon, and it will go on rain or shine.
That's right.
That's been a popular question on Facebook.
Yes.
So
is the parade happening? I had somebody ask me now, is it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, so it's the parade will go on rain or shine. It's the broadcast that's always the question.
Yeah.
Because rain and electronics do not go together. But here we are. Rumor there's a lot of people not making out today because we're here today on broadcast. So let's go ahead and get started with the parade, and it should be a good one. We got a great lineup here for you guys. Of course, it all starts with the police department. It only gets scary just a little bit when the big parade, when the big flag comes through to make sure we're not in the way.
Well, we've had to fight that at times over the years.
There's Sheriff Devereaux.
Sheriff Devereaux. Here it comes. Incoming. Incoming.
Oh, gotta watch
Incoming.
out.
There you go. Oh, that's enough.
He's always a great participant.
Well, he does so much for our community beyond just his responsibilities as the top cop in Logan County.
That's right.
Very active in the community, does wonderful things for our community. We're lucky to have him.
Very much so.
Comes the Guthrie Band.
Yes.
Of course, Rob Blackburn leading the way, been the band director for years. I've had kiddos that he taught, and he's one of the guys they always come find when they come back to visit.
Absolutely.
So does
They
a great
helped us
job
out
with
for
the
the
band,
bid
as
race.
always.
Yeah,
Always good to have him
you.
here.
Good to see you.
Looking sharp. A lot of hard work goes into this every year for these kids. They start in the summer, Chris. They work as hard. I think they're the hardest working school program we have. out on the asphalt up by the high school, working hard every year. And this is one of the events where they get to show off a little bit.
That's right. We had the jazz band for the bed racers
Yeah.
tonight. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Uniforms look great. That's awesome. Well, Chris, we're going to get the challenge out of the way early this year. Going to get the challenge out of the way early this year.
I saw that, and I think they're starting to hopefully go a little north with the flag.
Going to need to go north with the flag, no doubt.
That is no easy task. I've actually done that before.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, going to need to go north.
It's a lot easier this year because the wind, although it's still breezy, it's not anything.
Look at that, though.
Right.
Whoa, that's not good. What a beautiful flag. Great job here.
It does make for some cool pictures whenever
Yeah,
we get
really
drone
does.
footage. So.
Yeah, really does.
There's the popular photo of making a turn from Oklahoma onto 2nd Street
Yeah.
Yes.
in front of City Hall.
Yeah.
I think Heath Shelton captured that moment.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. We actually used it on the front of the chamber guide a couple years
That's
ago.
right.
So.
Yeah. I hear forward, so
Forward,
here they
forward's
go.
good. Forward's good. Good job, guys. Great job here. Had some race participants helping as well, it looks like. Had the 5K this morning, Chris. That was good.
I
Yeah.
heard there was over 200 participants
Yeah,
this
great
year.
job.
So
Of course, we appreciate our scouts always leading the way with our flag. Good job, guys. Got the 89er Queen and Princess. Caitlin Kramer's the 89ers Queen this year, and Kimber Bowers is the Princess. Both wonderful 15-year-old sophomores. I believe, if I recall, Caitlin's from Edmond Memorial, and Kimber is a proud Coyle Blue Jacket.
that's right.
Both did a great job at the Chamber Coffee.
Did a wonderful job.
Speaking, and they've had some TV episodes as well. So if you're a queen or a princess, you have a very, very busy week, and
Very
especially a busy day here today.
Yeah, and it's fun, too. You come back and you see we have the past 89er Queens on their float, and all very familiar faces.
If Bill can get turned
So,
around to the there they are.
They're the 89er past Queens.
I was informed, too, by Chasey, who is in charge of the Queens this year, that the Queen and Princess are actually going to be involved all year round now.
Yeah.
They're going to represent 89ers at many different appearances.
And
so it'll be
Chasey,
great.
of course, Chasey Weldon. Chasey's done a fabulous job bringing these new queens along and really mentoring them and helping them. She does a great job.
It's a whole chore for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, a lot of work.
A lot of work.
I think we have our Grand Marshal here, Chris.
Yes.
Mayor Steve Gentling and his beautiful wife, Sue. There they are.
Boy.
Great to see them in there. And it's a great, I tell you, Mayor Gentling's done a fabulous job for us. Of course, he's retiring.
I know, we're going to miss him.
Going to
10
miss
years.
Mayor. There's two guys that have been mayor since I've been here. For me, I've had a lot of great mayors. But John Gummerson and Steve Gentling are my two faves.
Yeah.
Both did tremendous jobs, and Steve just gives tirelessly, not just as mayor, but he does so many things and has for years throughout the community. So I'm happy for him, but we're going to miss seeing him around
sure.
as much.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
10 years
Yeah, long
as a
time.
mayor. He elected not to run again this year, and so he does so much stuff for the Legion and for Honor Park.
Yep.
I mean, the flowers
He's out
and
there
grass.
literally planting the flowers and making sure that they stay beautiful.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's did a great job over
You
the years.
and you look back on Steve's life, not just since we've known him.
Right.
It's been a life of service.
Yep.
Of course, he's a retired colonel in for the United States Air Force and was an administrator in the Department of Veteran Affairs. And so he's just always been. It's always just been a life of service for Mayor Gentling, and of course you can't do that if you don't have great support. And Sue's been there with him every step of the way. Just a really cool life story.
Absolutely. He said he met Sue in kindergarten.
Yeah.
He said that
Oh,
this
wow.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean he's like a I don't know. He's like that book you would write about. Here's how you follow.
I know.
Here's a life plan. Go ahead and follow it.
And they're going to have a reception to honor him
Tuesday.
on Tuesday at City Hall. So it's a come and go.
4 to 6.
4 to 6. I think that's right.
And it is at City Hall. It is.
Yes.
Okay.
City
Yeah.
Hall. Yes.
So as we await, we got a little bit of a slow part here in the parade. Not going to miss anything. We promise you. There are a lot of people to thank today, including Strive Wellness Lounge. They are literally powering us right now as we broadcast in front of Strive Wellness Lounge. Again, a big thank you to Steph and Tina for the tent as well. It rained, it sprinkled before we went on the air, so save the equipment so we can be here today. So a big thank you to Strive Wellness Lounge, and big thank you to Aaron Ryburn producing it with the city of Guthrie, Bill Miracle, the camera guy there. We got a manual one over here, so I know a lot of it was really a village, and so I know a lot of people didn't want to brave the elements, and besides the weather, but there are a lot of people who watch from out of state. A few people out of country, and so it's always cool that we can bring you the sights and sounds of the parade.
We should have them comment. Please comment below and tell us where you're watching from.
Absolutely.
That's always fun to see. I think last year we had a few international viewers, so.
I think that's something Chris and I have always gotten a kick out of, whether doing the parade or a sporting event, when you look down and you see, Aunt Sue for number 13, watching from Nevada, you know, I mean, and that's what's exciting about it.
Absolutely. Lots of Guthrie ties all over.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to go to our Guthrie News Page YouTube channel and subscribe there, because Facebook is going to start deleting videos. Like this video will be gone in 30 days. So,
that's right.
So if you go to YouTube, those videos and parades in years past and football games in years past are all on there. So.
And, of course, Chris, it wouldn't be an 89ers parade without all the politicians.
Yeah, it's not really a true election year. They're getting ready for that in 26.
They're working hard. Well, you know, elections never stop now.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have a few of those folks stop by, and we'll be able to talk to them here in a little bit. So, yep. Okay, we can probably get back to the parade, Aaron. They're done watching us.
Little breeze. These vehicles were provided today by John Vance Auto Group.
As always.
So as always, another way that they support the community. You'll see lots of Vance vehicles here throughout the morning, or the afternoon, should I say.
And we see Governor McCall's group coming through here. 15th or 15th president of all time at Langston University.
Yes,
so.
I was able to attend her ceremony. It was awesome.
Oh, that is cool.
They had a power outage during the wind, and
there's
she
Tracy.
Continued on. So City
Shanda
of Guthrie
Joe.
friends, there they are.
There's my favorite guy, Dan the Man. There he is. There's Dan. Get a shot of Dan. There's Dan's the most important guy in Guthrie.
There he is in the blue cap there.
Dan.
Passing out the candy. Checking the codes as he walks through the streets.
Making sure the codes are right.
Making mental notes.
There's Miss Oklahoma, Lauren Frost, in your screen.
Who's this guy coming up?
Well, I know a few of the people, driving
Who is
him
that?
as well. So
Holy, wow, that's Corey Timmons.
Corey Timmons.
That's Corey Timmons.
Corey Timmons.
Corey Timmons.
Who's in the back? Who's that guy?
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete.
Yes, my family was excited to chaperone and escort Pistol Pete today.
It's always good to have Pistol Pete here.
Good to have Pistol Pete representing, absolutely. So.
And Fortney yelling at the boomer. His kid goes to OU, so
sending that tuition money to Norman.
Right.
In the Eskridge vehicle, a big thank you to them as they that is the first Capital Charter Oklahoma Military Hall of Honor.
Yes.
Had 3 members go into that recently from Guthrie.
Steve Gentling, one of them.
Absolutely.
And another great community partner, Eskridge Chevrolet. Of course, happy to have them assisting with the parade as well. So.
Really how lucky we were. It was literally sprinkling before we went on air. Now it's going to be clear the rest of the way. We kind of got lucky. It wasn't in the middle of this here.
No doubt about it.
So we are the epicenter for candy being thrown.
Well, we're
That's
targets is
Kathy
what we
Hayes,
are.
and that was on that vehicle representing her great-grandfather.
And there's Charles McCall running for
Congressional
governor.
Medal of Honor winner, Charles McCall.
Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday. Thank you for spending time with us in Guthrie.
Of course, Kathy Hayes, grandfather, Congressional Medal of Honor recipient,
Yes.
the highest military award there is.
And Mr. Manning as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys mentioned him as well.
Yeah.
Manning, Gitling,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Kathy's
Those three were
great-grandfather.
the latest
Yeah.
inductees, yes. So
Here comes the Prairie Grass
Productions.
the reenactors.
Reenactors.
Yes, they're going to do a show this afternoon at
Very
the Pollard
good.
Theater at 2 o'clock, I believe. So there's our junior territorial governor.
All
Right
right,
there.
looking
Yep.
good.
That is Casey.
What a great setup that is,
That's
too.
very nice. He's
That
got the
is
whole
nice.
carriage to himself.
Chris, they could use that for my funeral, Britt. Slide it right up
That's
there.
right.
Call it good.
I'm not sure if Chris will be there, but he
You
might.
better be there.
He might be. Yeah.
VFW Post.
Yes.
Always good to have our
Commander
B-Dub,
Newton.
Commander Newton.
Yes.
I wonder where the brains behind Commander Newton is.
I didn't see her in the
I know.
vehicle, but you know she's around here somewhere.
Jamie's
Yes.
running something right now.
She is. Actually, she's probably going to be on this float right here.
Oh, I
coming up
bet
with
you're
the-
right. I bet you're right.
The VFW auxiliary
Bet you're
group.
right.
So
There we
there's our
go.
friends at our local
Good to
V.
see him. We have a very active.
There she is right
There's
there.
Jamie.
There's Jamie.
There's our girl.
And members of the auxiliary.
They do a lot of work in the community as well.
Real quick, I want to rewind just real quick. Steve Gently, Michael Manning, Oscar J. Upton, the Hall of Honor. So I want to get those in there. Also, Upton's grandchildren, Kathy Hayes, we mentioned her. Also, Tony Snyder and Diane Davis.
I learned that Oscar was the first one to fire in the Spanish-American War.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was. So he made his way back to Guthrie.
Cool. Yeah, there's been a lot of great stuff with the reefs across the nation,
Yeah.
Phil, out
Yeah.
at the Summit View. So they've done a really good job. I see some Shriners coming up, Phil.
Oh, boy, you know what that means.
Get out of the way.
That's right. Your head on a swivel, boys.
If we don't get taken out by a sucker being
Oh.
thrown, it might be
Those are projectiles.
Shiner
right?
cars.
They come at us. You know, of course, the Shrine does so many great
They
things.
do. They do.
I love it. This year, I always like to tell this story. My beautiful wife, thanks to the Shriners, was able to get medical care when she was 2 years old. Was unfortunately in a fire when she was a young girl. Just did fabulous things. Always appreciate the Shriners.
Yeah, so we didn't have them last year. They didn't
Yeah.
come due to the rain, I
Yeah.
think. And so this year they decided to brave it. So happy to have the Shriners and all that they do. Here they come.
Yeah, boy.
Here we go.
Head on the swivel.
Little mini Mustangs.
Yeah, they are different this year.
There you have it, our 89er Queen and 89er Princess. Make sure you get out and tell them thank you and how great of a job they're doing, and grab a picture with them. So, thank you.
Good job, Britt.
Photo time.
Photo op.
Hey, Bill. Oh, no, he wants Aaron. Oh, yeah, okay.
There we go.
Britt, you did a great job. Unfortunately, the Shriners showed up and did about 4 donuts right behind you.
I know.
Couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
I tried.
No,
Yeah.
you did
I
great.
talk loud anyway, so I
you
was
did
hoping
great.
that-
It sounded good in my ears.
Oh,
I just
okay.
hope, yeah. He was peeling out right here, literally, so hopefully it didn't drown
Well,
it too
I'm
much
still
out there.
standing, so that's always good.
That's the
Yeah.
most important thing.
Yeah.
Yes, but definitely get out. If you see the Queen and Princess walking around, tell them good job. They are tired, I'm sure, but they have done an amazing job being spokeswomen for this event. And so grab a picture with them and thank them.
Yeah, it's quite a process
It really
to go to be nominated and then to get it. And their job starts weeks in advance with the state capitol. They have to go there multiple times and all the great things they
And
have to
they're
do here.
riding
So
their horses. I think the Queen, I might get this wrong, the Queen or the Princess rode last night at the rodeo, and then one of them is riding tonight.
That's great. Well, whoever rode last night drew the better card
Right.
with this weather.
yes,
So, yeah.
yes, absolutely. So it looks like we got the Langston Band coming up here in just a few moments.
One of my favorites.
Absolutely. If we can get Aaron to switch over to the to the parade, that would be awesome.
They are so much fun to watch.
Yep. Now, is this Langston or is this, I can't tell, they're still down the road a piece. Is this Langston Band or, okay. Yeah, they are very entertaining, do a great job every year.
Incredibly talented.
Incredibly talented, yeah.
I think A.D. Rogers said herself that they are, like you mentioned about our high school band, they're one of the hardest working
Oh, no
groups
doubt.
on
No doubt.
campus.
No doubt. I think we'll get the full show here in 1 second.
I can't say it enough. If you have never attended an event at Lakeland University, get down there. It's a quick 15-minute drive here from Guthrie, and go support this university we have right in our backyard.
Great job.
Hey, and I have danced in many parades, and I feel for these girls. They're probably freezing, and they're still rocking it.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
They are. The color guard. I want them to stick around a little longer, Phil. I was
So
jamming
good.
out.
So good.
So great.
Now, Chris doesn't have his headset on, but this is what I'd like to have at the house. right here.
Yeah, just to trot along.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go get the
Come to
mail.
town.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. Everybody else is doing those razors.
Yes.
This is more my speed.
Your speed.
Yeah, this is more
So
my speed
I like it.
right
It looks
here.
comfortable too.
They are
Lean back.
freaking adorable.
So cute.
That's awesome. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely love it. That's
just
more my
the
speed, Mayor,
sweetest
right there.
things.
That's my speed right there.
We could decorate,
Yep.
your wagon and.
Bill. We're now here with the mayor of the great city of Guthrie, Oklahoma.
And honored to be. Honored to be.
Well, you got the rain to stop just in time
How
today.
about that? I've been working on it. So that's good.
That's awesome. Parade marshal in here in the town that you're the mayor of. Got to be a special day for
Oh, it
you.
is a very, very special, very, very humbling. So blessed in many, many ways. It's been a great experience for me. These almost 10 years as mayor. The 20 minutes in the parade, another great experience. Yeah, wonderful things.
Well, you've done such a great job your entire career, but really what you've done for Guthrie with all that, going to the Capitol, so many speeches here, but you can just tell you love this community, and you get every time you have a chance to showcase it, you do a great job. It looks like you take a lot of pride in that.
Well, thanks. I do, Chris. It's all about community. It's all about the community, and I do take pride in it. I've been here for 28 years, and I'm going to be here for a lot longer, just not as mayor.
So what's the future now?
Well, I'm going to be involved with a lot of civic organizations. United Way. I'll still be putting my hands in the dirt there at Honor Park.
Yep.
Probably spend a little bit more time with that. Lions Club, American Legion, of course. My wife wants to get me out, so I'm sure that'll happen. Yeah.
Well, you've done a great job, and what's the parade mean to you? There's so much work that goes into this day. I mean, we're talking 5-6 months ahead of time. You'll probably start working on it for next year.
They start planning next week.
Yeah.
They start planning next week for it. So it's amazing, and they can, the things they control, they can. The weather, not so much. But you know what? Here we are with rain and a little coldness, and the street sides are filled. It's amazing. It's the citizens turning out for the community. It's all about community.
Of course, the parade's a big spotlight, but with the Chuck Wagon feed appear to be
Wagon was
the
great.
Carnival.
Yeah, the carnival's perfect. I mean, beautiful things going on. Beard contests. I'm gonna start growing. Maybe that's what I'll start doing.
There you go.
I'll start growing a beard for next year. How about that?
Good luck. Good luck. There's some good beards out there that usually win that, so good luck on that one. But Mayor, congratulations on everything you've accomplished, to the
Thanks.
military career, to city council, to the parade, to the Legion, to everything you do. You have left a lasting impact on this community.
Thank you.
You're not done yet, but
I am not done. I am not done, and appreciate all that you have done. Yeah, you do great things for their community too. Appreciate that partnership.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be on your team.
Glad to be on your team as well. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
You bet.
Thank you.
All right.
Brittany, Phil.
Well, guys, we talked about it earlier, Britt. Mayor Gentling, his wonderful wife, Sue, they do so much for our community, and just very fortunate to have him. And, big shoes to fill coming up.
Right, absolutely. So grateful for his partnership. He's
Yeah.
a huge cheerleader to the chamber.
Yep.
We just can't thank him enough for all
Yeah.
he said. He promises, though. He said it many times. We'll still see it.
Oh, no,
He's not going anywhere.
Steve's still going to be involved in United Way and God knows whatever else. I mean, he's got a ton of things he's involved in. We got Husky Turf
There's our
Solutions
friends
coming
there
up
at
there.
Husky.
There's Husky.
Yep. Great
So-
community supporter there, Aaron Husky.
Good job as always, Chris. He's an easy interview, the mayor is.
Oh, absolutely. It's those. Ask one question, they can go on for a couple of
Yeah,
minutes. Those are the
yeah.
best type of people
Absolutely.
that you can interview.
Yeah,
so
he does a great job.
we are definitely streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And Cody Knox says he's watching from Guthrie, America, so not
Okay.
too far from here. So Luke Young, Fire Chief Woodcrest, says wish he can be here. He's down south for some duties down there.
Yeah.
So he appreciates this broadcast, and we
Glad
appreciate
you're
him as
watching,
well.
Chief Young. And again, don't forget to comment below if you're watching the live stream. Of course, we'd like to see where you're watching from. So.
Yep, and we got a little action starting to pick up
starting
here.
to come in.
Yeah.
There's a Mrs. Husky.
There they are.
There we go, Mrs. Husky there. Brooke and her team.
Can't miss them in the pink fleet.
That's right.
No, I like their colors. Good colors.
They do a good job keeping your yard free of weeds.
Yeah.
So
They do. They spray my yard.
they spray my yard.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, and put up my Christmas lights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bougie.
Corey doesn't have to do anything. though.
It is, of course,
Yes.
Easter Sunday as well. A lot of
Yes.
services
Yep.
preparing for a big day tomorrow. So happy Easter, reason for the season.
It's not going to be a spring dress kind of day for the gals. We'll have to
Oh, Phil always finds a way.
He'll find a way.
Kidding me
I'm
on
sure.
Easter?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Doesn't matter what the temp.
No. You just put it on and go.
Yes. Yes.
We have here.
Avery Wooden.
There's Miss Avery.
Miss Talent, Oklahoma State Supreme Model. Got a beautiful crown up there.
Phil, thanks for letting her borrow your crown again this
Well,
year.
as long as she polishes it when she brings it home, that's all that counts. Worked hard for that tiara. Tiara? Crown.
Tiara.
Tiara. Tiara.
Tiara.
Tiara.
Yeah.
Very good.
You got a special box for it?
Well, yeah, wooden.
Right.
Cherry wood.
Yes.
Appreciate all the great comments on Facebook as well. I would just remind, we got a few seconds here, remind everybody, Facebook has a new policy. They're going to be deleting live videos like this one every 30 days. So Facebook, this will go away, but they will hopefully live on forever on the YouTube platform. So we invite everybody to go over to Guthrie News Page YouTube or your favorite YouTube page, Segment Banana Media as well, subscribing like that. And most of our stuff will be, all of our stuff will be on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
So it's separated from meetings to parades to football games to all that good stuff. So just a friendly reminder as we get set for some youth soccer members coming up here, and it looks like the Pied Piper is right behind them.
Logan County Soccer Club.
Bunch of cuties
Look
on
at
there.
those. There you go. That's what it's all about right there.
Pied Pipers, Guthrie High School.
Chris, you were a Pied Piper, weren't you?
No, I was not, Phil, but Mr. Paring, Bill Paring,
Recruited you.
does a great job with the
He does.
choir, also with the Pied Pipers.
They do.
I know they are.
There's Bill right there.
We
There
just
he is.
He's coming up right there on your screen.
There he is.
Does a great job with the choir as well. Your kids went through the choir program, Phil.
Yep, they love Mr. Paring. Anytime they're back in town, Mr. Blackburn, Mr. Paring are always on the list of say hi tos.
Yes. Here's our Logan County Girl Scouts. My girls have both been members of before.
Those cookies. Oh,
I know.
the
Cookie
cookies.
season's over, though.
Every time I go to my favorite store in town and they're set up out front, I say, I'm not going to buy any. I'm not doing it.
And you fall for it every time.
Every time.
Every time.
You know what?
How do you say no?
You can't.
Those female entrepreneurs out there.
You can't.
So, yeah. Girl Scouts is a great program if you're looking for ways to get
It is.
your daughter involved. Starting
Boy.
at age 5.
Boys and Girl Scouts of America, both great groups. Art of a Cowboy.
Yes, Steve Bolden, he is an artist and has some beautiful pieces. So,
Got to have the Express.
yes.
Look at that beautiful creature peeking out of the side. We'll get to see it here in a second. There it is.
Beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
They're looking out for everybody at the
Showing
parade.
off a little bit.
Why the long face?
Oh, boy. There you go.
Yeah. They might have had to ride inside today.
Yeah.
For the rain. I was going to say, I knew they were coming, but
Meridian Technology Center.
there's Frank, Chamber Volunteer of the Year right there.
Yes.
That vehicle. Big thanks to our friends at Meridian.
Oh, huge thanks. Able to do so much more out there
Unbelievable.
for not only for
Yeah.
lessons and learning, but for events like the Chamber
Community.
Banquet
Yeah,
and
community.
Hosting the governor there.
Host-
I mean, it's just a beautiful facility.
Lieutenant Governor will be here next month, so that'll be at Meridian as well. Some of the old timers here, vehicle fleet.
That car right there, I took to prom. I had that kind of car in high school.
Now you're definitely showing your age.
Fortunately, somebody out there is going to believe that.
We had some great cars last night at the Rotary Car Show.
Yeah.
Despite the predicted weather,
The
we had
weather.
about 50 cars out.
Yeah.
So
A lot of fun.
it's a good time.
These are cool cars.
They are.
So cool.
If cars could talk.
Yeah,
So
no
imagine
doubt.
the stories.
No doubt. Britt got another little break in the action here. Not quite a few gaps this year. Don't know what's going on there, but
Maybe just no shows could be
a
part
little
of it.
slow.
I guess we'll see. Moving along.
moving along. It is good to see the crowd as you look down there. I mean, 15 minutes before the parade, I looked down and I went, oh my.
Right.
You know, but it's filled up nicely and all
has.
sides of the road. Of course, we talked about the rodeo tonight.
Yes.
Encourage you to come down. I know the weather's not perfect, but come down and see if you can participate with the food trucks, the vendors, carnival.
There's 2 sessions for the carnival.
Yep.
Like to remind everybody, there's an afternoon session and an evening session. And so different wristbands for that. But I know my kids have enjoyed it this week. It's always a fun time. Making lots of memories. I know
Yeah.
all of our kids, have made or still making lots of memories.
Well-
In fact, I saw your son. He's still out enjoying it. I don't know
Michael?
that he was riding rides, but yeah, he was he was visiting the food trucks for sure.
Yeah,
Him and his beautiful fiance,
Yeah.
Caradine.
Michael's
So
getting married here in less than a month, and I tell Kara every time I see her, you can do better than that. She's sticking in there though. So, now,
Yes.
Chris, I think you and I were talking about this. The 89ers Carnival is one of those first moments if you're a kid, you grow up in Guthrie, where you get a little taste of freedom.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you
true.
get a certain age, you can go down and run at the carnival with your buddies a little bit.
Mom and Dad will let you go run.
Yeah, go do your thing.
Go do your thing.
I did it this week,
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
GPD was down there.
It's the first time
Keeping
for
us
us.
safe?
First time for us, Britt, that our kids act like they walk right by you and act like they don't know you.
Yep.
I had that happen to me as well. So, but the Timmons girls got to live it up. That's for sure.
Rite of passage.
Yeah, the other freedom that I think the first time is when kids go to junior high down the road.
Yes.
It can walk to downtown
Yes.
to businesses down
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
After school.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Brittany's in the middle of all that right now.
Yeah.
Living it.
Only another month though, and then I have a high schooler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
I know, but I definitely get, hey mom, I'm walking down to the
Yep.
chamber often.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I love that. I love that my kids feel safe. It's just another great thing
Yeah,
about Guthrie.
sure is.
So.
Big thank you for the band gets here. We're going to let them play here and say a big thank you to Strive Wellness Lounge for powering us up here once again this year. Not only power, but a little bit of shelter from the wind as well. So big thank you to Steph and Tina Hartzell right here in downtown Guthrie.
Yes, and keep them in mind when you need, an IV, or if you're getting ready to go somewhere, or you're feeling a little down. I cannot recommend those IVs enough. They can make you feel
big time. Get the platinum.
fantastic.
Get the
platinum
platinum.
every time.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Good stuff. Britt, now which band do we have here? Do you know?
I don't. I'm gonna have to look at
They're
our
a little.
notes. or
Well,
see
their
if
notes are a
it's
little out of order.
We have lots of different visitors here today. I think it's a group out of Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, wherever they are from, we appreciate them being here, trying to make it out. Working hard. Good job.
Times always change. You always go back and watch. Growing up here, but going back and watch some old time video of the floats. You don't have as many floats, and unfortunately don't have many bands as well. But you guys have both been on this committee before with the 89er committee.
Yep.
Guys, it's some of these folks need a little bit of income to make their way here. So a lot of this stuff is not free, and so that's why a lot of people just show up to the parade and see it. But there's a lot of work, as the mayor said. But you guys have served on this as well. It's just so many moving parts to get people here.
Well, I know they still get these requests throughout the community. They say, well, why don't you get these people to come? Well, that's $5,000.
Right.
Yep. Oh, really?
If you want to know, this Pistol Pizza parents, I can tell you how much that is to happen, but somebody's got to pay for that and sponsor it. So
it
our
takes
friends
a lot.
from First Southern Baptist.
Nice youth group.
Hey, there's the Hall of Famer. There's a Hall of Famer.
Phil's reference to Brent Hodge there, carrying the child in the pink.
Greg Hudson,
And here,
U.S.
Community Club
Navy.
Church.
Appreciate the Navy being here today.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys. I'm going to go out on a limb and say those are some fine recruits.
well, they got the Marines behind them. Don't
Well-
the Marines go in front of everybody?
Well,
Just
they're part of the Department of the Navy, so no.
Okay.
I
always get the military back and forth.
And all of my Marine friends officially just threw something at the computer.
That's right. There's our friends from Calera.
Well, there's no
Academy.
Coast Guard.
Well, they're no Coast Guard. That's right.
We're here located in Guthrie.
Yeah, got their own building, right? Not
They
too long
do.
ago. Yeah.
Yes, they're inside the Drexel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And they actually, I'll give them a plug here, they actually rent that out as well for
Yeah.
events. And so I know lots of reunions or homecoming, weddings, things like that. So reach out to them if you need a great venue. So thank Guthrie PD for keeping us safe as always.
Well, they do a
Working day and night.
Guthrie PD, Logan County Sheriff's Department do a fabulous job for the community. Can't thank them enough for everything they do.
Brothers and Sons Heat and Air,
Yeah.
they're in a beautiful Mustang.
Usually being in a convertible's fun, but today,
But today,
Yeah.
I would vote no.
you sure we can't take a truck?
Trying to see if we have any comments on the Facebook feed. Say hello. It looks like, I'm guessing that's going to be the junior high band coming up
Yeah.
next.
So that makes 4 bands we've seen so far. It's not too bad for a rainy day. Those instruments are not fun when they get wet, so grateful that they have spent the day with us.
Brent Hines watching from Colorado.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Says you may leave Guthrie, but Guthrie never leaves you.
There
Never
you go.
does.
Well job there. Former Queen Terry McNulty checking out the broadcast as well. 1984 for her.
Awesome.
Yes. Brian Kilborn, he keeps close eyes on his hometown. He lives up in Tulsa, big Union High School fan up there. Says thanks for broadcasting. Absolutely, Brian. Thank you. Kevin Burnett, this is nothing like when I was a kid. We had to park at the fairgrounds and walk to the parade. Well, I can tell you in years past when we've had great weather, it's been packed as years pass. But
Here's
the
our
weather.
Grand Old Barber
Go ahead.
Shop.
Our friends from the Grand Old Barber Shop. And be sure if you want to enter the beard and mustache competition, it's right after the parade at the Grand Old Barber Shop.
Chris just shaved his off yesterday.
Yeah.
You can't, yeah.
Wasn't fair.
Don't want to win
Yeah.
everything.
Well, right.
All right. Thank you to the Guthrie Junior High Band.
Emma Privet.
There she is. Well, she grew up.
I know. I just had that, realizing that too.
When did that happen?
She's a good volleyball player, too.
Yes.
She's a busy young lady.
Hard worker. She always finds me every year during football season for a fundraiser.
That's right.
Well, she's a smart girl.
She is a smart girl. Chris, we need one of those.
I was going to say, that's a nice ride.
Thank you so much.
Well, no, wait, what? I mean, what? Just
Just
Chris?
Chris.
Now, Chris, what kind of implement is this? What do you do with this?
That's a backhoe
Wow.
or a front ender is what
Front
whatever you want
ender?
to- Yeah.
Front ender?
This is the part of the show where Phil has to. Yeah.
No comment from
yeah,
me.
exactly.
so.
Yeah. Thank you, Brittany.
But 405 Tractor, you can
Yeah,
give them a
very
call
good.
if you're wanting to know exactly what that is.
They
So,
do
yeah.
have every size
Yeah.
of implement you could want.
Yeah.
Home of the Tractor Boys, 405 Tractor.
I don't remember seeing them last year, so maybe
No, that's
they're new
good.
to the parade.
That's really good.
Love that.
That's a good-looking tractor,
Great
too.
way to show off those tractors for sure.
Well, I guess the carnival will go on as well.
Well, as long as there's no lightning,
No lightning, yeah.
it'll happen. They'll do it. They'll ride those rides in the rain.
I've watched the weather report recently. I don't know if it's supposed to come in hopefully after the carnival wraps up. Hopefully that's
I think that's
the
what
case there.
the higher percentage I think comes in around
Yeah.
2, 3, something like that.
Yeah. Easter morning might be a little rainy, but
Yeah,
that's all right.
yeah.
We also know how much we need the rain, so
I'll be heading north tomorrow morning.
I'm heading east.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah.
staying in hometown Guthrie. I'm staying right here where the heartbeat is. So.
Oh boy.
A big thank you to producer Aaron Ryburn and Bill Miracle with the camera today as well. Again, a big thank you to Strive Wellness Lounge for powering us up here today and providing a little bit of shelter. It does work. We're
It does
blocking
work.
the wind.
Look, none of us have our gloves on.
Yeah, I
We're-
have them ready to go.
Right. We're making it, though.
Tell me you have a golden without
So.
telling me you have a golden.
Hey,
Oh boy.
we talk about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Brittany has a golden. I have a golden, and
Yeah.
there's hair like on my gloves. There's
Yeah. Aubrey was wearing some of Hogan's hair this morning.
see, some would call that dog hair, but that's love sprinkles.
I like that.
Love sprinkles.
Love
All right,
sprinkles.
check out the land office float there. Pretty cool.
Getting it popped up on the screen. There it is.
That's Companion Healthcare.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jeff Chappell was going to be on the guitar this morning.
Well, I think he had a hand injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't pick when you're in a cast.
He had a-
Another great community supporter, long-time business here. Chapel family does so much for Guthrie, so grateful to have them. And, I mean, she's singing from the back of a float. How cool is that?
That is real cool. Of course, they're always in the top 3.
They are. They're competitive. They
They're
want to win
competitive.
again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now this is a real tractor here, Farmall. There you go.
Out of the 918, Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
Are they rivals with the Chieftains of
The
Sapulpa?
Highway 97 rivalry.
Yeah,
It's
not
a real
exactly
thing.
right.
Who's this guy?
Well,
Who's
there's
this
Mr.
guy?
Martindale of the Judges'
Jim
Chambers.
Martindale.
If you've not seen the Judges' Chamber, you got to do it.
Got to
Yeah,
do it. You
you
know,
really
they
do.
were booked solid during the Boys from Oklahoma concerts, and
Oh.
Jim said how happy it made him to have every room full for that event, and so they look forward to hosting many visitors. So, yeah, check it out. It's on the west side of town.
13th and 13th, just one block off of Noble.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
That's one of your favorite movies. isn't
Look
it,
at that.
Chris?
The
It is
Twister
one of my favorite
truck.
movies.
Yeah. They found the cow.
Owners Tim and Jess Stegner.
Business of the year?
Business of the year, Chamber Business of the Year. They take that Twister Jeep all over.
Yeah, yeah.
All over the place. They just got back from Canada. Took it
Wow.
to Canada.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Trailered it up to Canada.
And how
Yes.
cool was it to take the Twister part of it was filmed here in Guthrie,
Yeah.
and now it's back in
Now it's
Guthrie,
back.
where it belongs.
And that's the Dorothy, I was informed. That is the Dorothy.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
in the
that's
back
really
from
it?
That
the
is it.
movie,
That's
from the
actually
movie.
it?
Uh-huh.
Helen Hunt sat in that truck?
Yes.
Get
And
the truck
she-
back here.
and she
Her
autographed it.
signatures. Her signatures in
No.
it.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
That's serious.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, we know where Phil's going Monday.
Yeah, I'm
hey,
getting hungry.
Hey, Tim, Jess, can I just sit in the Twister
Cattleman's.
Jeep? So
They have a good salad there, Chris. Cattleman's.
I'm sure that's what they're known for.
They do have a good salad with the bread.
Cattleman's. Oh, yeah. Down there on Agnew.
Happy to have them. I think they're usually in the parade.
Yeah, I
every
think so.
year,
Yeah.
Very fitting. So looking for a good hearty meal. You can head down to the stockyards.
Now, years past, all the fire trucks usually represent the end of the parade.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case or not, but we do see a lot of fire trucks coming up down in front of the junior high right now. Of course, the parade route, everybody knows, been here from Guthrie, but it starts at the Temple, goes all the way down to Oklahoma, makes a left turn on 2nd Street onto Harrison Avenue. So we're about coming up on an hour-long parade. Years past, maybe I've seen 2 hours before,
Yeah.
seen an hour and a half
Yeah.
before,
Our friends at Bank First, they hosted a great chamber coffee for us on Wednesday morning.
like they do every
Yeah.
year.
Like they do
year.
every year.
Yeah, we had some new folks come to Chamber Coffee. Like, man, I was like, this is the biggest one.
I
But, we usually have 60, 70 people
Right.
on a regular chamber. But that one was always
Yes.
packed at Bank
There
First.
you go. They make some of the coolest stuff.
Custom autos by Tim on South Division.
Yeah.
Those stretch vehicles.
Very cool.
Yeah, Laverne Downing at Bank First, man. I just thought Phil and I were standing by each other. I said his pocket was like Mary Poppins' bag. He just keeps bringing
Well,
out the coins. And
He was
the,
one short. I didn't get one.
That's right. I didn't either.
Yeah.
A banker
That
was
a great
giving out
event.
money?
He was.
Wow.
Silver. If you missed Chamber Coffee, sorry about you. But That's always a great event.
Who let
so.
the Pirates back in,
Oh,
Chris?
the Ren Fair representatives. Yep,
Now, did I see they're going to 2 weekends?
they are. They're going to 2 weekends next year, so both in March. It'll be like the tail end of spring break, I think, and then the next weekend after.
So it looks like they've been in Phil's closet.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. There's
Call that a Tuesday at our house.
Territorial Governor John Pagonis and representing the Ren Fair with a pirate ship.
Hope House.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Good to have them in the parade.
You bet.
That's a cool ride. Preferred advisors.
You know, the weather forecasters, they owe us about 3 or 4 good
Yeah, they do.
years in a row
Yeah,
of
they do.
some better weather.
Yeah.
Although, not that bad.
It's not
Of
that
course,
bad.
we're sheltered by the
Right.
wind.
We
too,
are
so.
sheltered.
Still a pretty good crowd when you consider the conditions. I mean, there's people still lined up on both sides looking to our right and left down here in Oklahoma. So it's a pretty good crowd for the type of day that it is.
Absolutely.
It's going to get loud here in just a few moments as the fire trucks and firefighters make their way down here. And boy, have they not been busy the last month or so?
Absolutely. I know they enjoy this rain and are grateful for it. Thankful to all of them. I bet we'll have representation from all over the county coming up here.
Yeah, in total, there's 14 fire departments in Logan County. Of course, a big shout out to Guthrie Fire Department Chief Dane Lawson and all his crew. But Woodcrest, Look Young, I can go down the line of everybody. Mulhall, Coyle, Meridian, Orlando, Crescent, Twin Lakes, Deer
Oak
Creek,
Cliff.
Oak Cliff,
Langston.
Sooner.
We almost got them. Yeah.
I think that would be almost everybody.
Yes.
So
Boy,
big
it
thank
better
you.
be.
Marshall, I think, might be a little bit in there, maybe.
Yes.
So,
He's walking in his SCBA and everything.
of course,
awesome.
got 89er week here. We got Easter tomorrow. Also, the bombing anniversary.
Yes.
So a lot of busy time
A lot of stuff.
happening this week. So all happy stuff, all good stuff. So.
We do want to remember the 30th anniversary of the bombing, which is today.
Yep.
And I know former President Clinton was in town for that. And
They had a ceremony down there this morning.
Yes. And then we had a ceremony Thursday here in Guthrie put on by Mayor Gentling. And
Yeah, and we will. Aaron, I know Aaron's going to be working on some video of that to capture. I know a lot of people couldn't get there on an afternoon, but Aaron was able there to capture that, and so he's going to share that on the city's website, and I think he's going to let me share it as well on the Guthrie News Page as well. So look
That'd
forward
be
to
great.
that. That'll be cool. That's something they honored the firefighters from Guthrie that went down there and helped with the situation 30 years ago.
I think somebody said there was it 24 firefighters from Guthrie, I
I
believe?
think that sounds right, 24, 25. And then we had 6 victims from
Yeah.
Guthrie that were honored. Families were honored as well. So our friends from Sooner Fire.
Miss Aaron is here.
There's Miss Aaron.
So I think this will conclude it. We'll finish it up here in a little bit, but it looks like this will be our parade after the fire trucks here. So we'll be about an hour 15 into this one this year. There's Twin Lakes.
Yes. Another Logan County department.
And I know all the fire departments would want us to, they would say thank you to all the residents of Logan County. There's a sales tax, Logan County sales tax, that helps them get fleets, some apparatuses like this with your tankers and your brush tankers and your rescues and your engines and your ladders, all that. So I know they would say a big thank you to all the residents here in Logan County. You know, the bunker gear would be a pretty good idea today.
Yes, wouldn't be bad.
Wouldn't be bad.
Wouldn't be bad at all.
And this would be a good time to mention, too, the awesome efforts here by Strive Wellness and many other businesses that gave some IVs to our first responders. I think Steph told me did a little over 50
Yep.
IVs, so that's good stuff, and lots of businesses came together to make that happen, so thank you, Strive, for doing that.
There you see the Langston Fire SUV leading the way for the next group of firefighters to come through.
Oh, it's a little cutie getting to drive there.
Michael on top of the Langston truck. Our last two is going to be Woodcrest and Guthrie.
Well, we miss you, Chief Young, and we know you're watching, but
Yep.
looks like your group is representing well.
I have days like that.
Absolutely.
They got the Guthrie G on their engine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charter Oak School just a block away.
Right.
And we got one last piece of equipment. The ladder truck. Ladder truck from Guthrie will wrap up the parade here on a Saturday. Cloudy, chilly, but it could have been worse.
Could have been worse. I'm like, we'll take it. I know there's lots of people we missed in the parade this year. But thank you to everybody who chose to get out and was able to participate. So,
Chris Rice driving the truck one today. And there's Michael Manning. We got to get Michael Manning. This is one of the Hall of Honors right here we were talking about.
Yep.
Purple Heart and everything. That's
his second time through the parade.
He's
working now.
You call that, Chris, a true hero.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Humble, doesn't want all that.
Absolutely,
Man,
100%.
he's big time. And then we
There
want
we
to get
go.
this group here as well. Some of the parade. Jerry Gamble, they always like to put on a good show, and they did that again,
Great
once again this
job.
year. And there's the Queen and the Princess, excuse me.
Getting to ride through again.
Yeah, and so that looks like that is this year's 89er parade. So I see some vehicles, but I don't know if that's the cleanup crew.
I think that's cleanup.
That's cleanup
Yep,
crew. So,
yep.
all right. Well, big thank you once again to Strive Wellness Lounge for
Yeah.
powering us up again this year right in front of their building. Come check them out for all your hydration needs, and they do so much here besides IV hydration.
Well,
They
Steph
do.
and Tina, very active in the community, very active in the chamber. Do so much here in Guthrie. Also do a lot in Stillwater. They have a second location in Stillwater, but just truly are in it for the right reasons. They care about people, want to help people.
Yeah.
I think we're all customers of theirs.
Definitely, yes.
and
Many different
just-
times. I've
yeah,
called Steph or went by there first before going anywhere else.
Yeah, just
So, yes.
just great additions to our community. We appreciate them very much.
Yeah, a big thank you. This is a partnership with the Chamber and the city and Guthrie News Page, but a big thank you to Aaron Ryburn producing, Bill on our wireless camera today, and this is a whole bunch of stuff for a small setup, but a big thank you to the City of Guthrie, the Legion, the 89er committee. Again, there's so much work, and Mayor Gintland said they'll start working on next week.
Oh yeah, it's a year-round thing.
Yeah.
People, we talked a little bit about it during the parade, but it's getting tougher and tougher every year to get folks to come.
Yeah.
Parades struggle to get people to participate in them.
Yeah.
So it makes that effort that's always requires a lot of effort even more so as the years come forward.
And there's a lot of people who make contributions
Yeah,
to
sure.
the committee to bring in Pistol Pete.
Yep.
To bring in bands. And, Guthrie Public Schools, I think they allowed 4 buses to go get Langston
They
to
do
come
every
into
year.
town. So it's just, trust me, that's why it takes a year to get ready for this.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And I would just like to add, if you have ideas, you want to see a change, you want to, add to it, get involved. Get involved. They're always looking for people to serve. You don't have to be a member of the Legion to serve on the 89er committee, but they're definitely always wanting volunteers and want people to get involved.
If they do want to volunteer, how they do. I know there's an 89er Days website.
Yep.
Yes,
Facebook
and a
page,
Facebook
I
page.
believe.
The easiest way, Call the chamber.
Yeah, call the chamber. Call the chamber.
Call
That's
the
right.
chamber. They'll
We can
get you
help.
wherever you
That's
need
right.
to go.
Yes.
That's the question. You know what? Call the chamber. They have a little bit of info for everybody. So
Yes. We
so
have
that's-
enjoyed. We've seen a lot of visitors this week come in the Chamber and Tourism
Yeah.
office. It's a busy time. We love having our office downtown. Lots and lots of visitors. We've been selling buttons and chuck wagon feed tickets and giving out maps and answering parade questions. And we're happy to partner
Yeah.
with the Legion to be that hub of information.
Yep.
So
Very good.
Well, I appreciate you guys joining
Yeah,
again.
thanks
Thank you.
It's we're due some nice weather here in the next few years.
are.
So.
About 10 years worth.
sunshine.
Absolutely. So, also a big thank you to the Long County Sheriff's Office and Guthrie
Yeah.
Police Department for all their work. Justin Forney, I'm going to throw his name out
Yep.
there. He's been working for a long, long
Public
time
Works.
on this Public
All the
Works,
barricades.
barricades.
Our friend Eddie Faulkner, city manager,
Yes.
does great stuff. And
Yeah.
it's just, it takes everybody.
It really
takes
does.
everybody.
So that will do it from here. A big thank you to you for watching and for all the comments as well on Facebook and YouTube. A reminder, Facebook is getting away from videos like this every 30 days, so it will live on hopefully forever on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Guthrie News Page. Just hit the button, subscribe. It's free, and it's a free thing, and hit the bell when we go live for future events like this. So for Phil and Brittany, I'm Chris. We'll see you next year at the 89er Parade here in beautiful downtown Guthrie.